back. Right back. Got the right backs. Right back. Starting a little bit. Starting a little bit. Shit alive. Shit alive. I answered the assignment. I answered the assignment. I answered the assignment. I answered the assignment. Like the. Bitch, you fine. You wanna be mine. You're a fail girl. Munchie, headphones. I don't care. I'm doing something. Hey, Jason, how are you? I'm good. I'm about to start my live in a few minutes. I said I'm starting at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is here. So whether anybody is here or not, I'm recording, so it's going to be saved. So if you can't hear me, it's the music playing, but I'll be starting soon. Hey, Queen Cancer. Thank you for coming through. I'll be starting soon. Hi. I'll just do the assignment. It's story time. We starting soon. Share it loud for me. Tap the screen. Like the. Damn me fun like the. Hey King, how are you? You wanna be mine. I'm a cowgirl. Rolly got me blamed up. Alright. It's 8:05. So I am doing this live because I wanted to share my story. So this is story time with Kisha. And I have multiple stories. So at the end of the day, you would never know what story I'm going to tell. I've told people, that I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. So at the end of the day, I've been told that you always have multiple stories. You just don't know how to tell it. I did an interview with DCS in my city in DC last week, and it honestly had me talking about my situation, and it made me ready, even though it gave me the emotion, and it gave me that emotion to want to be sad, but it gave me joy. So I knew me just answering those questions to people, hey Danny, how are you, just doing that and having that situation, that whole interview got me ready for this right here. And I'm live on 2 platforms right now, so MICO, I fuck with y'all the hardest right now because you guys really show out for me, and that's why I enjoy being on here. So anybody that's come through, you come through. I really do enjoy being on this app. So I do want to start by saying this could be a trigger warning for people. and I don't want to talk all day because I do want to get you guys' opinion. That's why I'm recording it. If you can't hear me, let me know. I got my AirPod in. You can't see it because I got all this hair, but it's in there. So if I need to take it out, I will. But I'm here because I have a story to tell, and sometimes you just got to tell that story. And I appreciate you guys coming to my live. So, I wanted, look at my AirPod about to die. Not that. Okay, so I guess we're going to do it without the AirPod. If anybody there, tap the screen, let me know if you can hear me without the AirPod. Not the AirPod dying as soon as I get on live. That's crazy. Okay, thank you, Queen. So basically, I wanted to start, and I wrote it down. This is just the start, and honestly, I'm doing this because I have an event in November called, it's a summit. It's called the Her Voice, Her Story Summit, and I have to basically speak, and this will be my first speaking engagement ever. And I'm excited but nervous at the same time. So talking to you guys always give great feedback, and just be honest with me. Let me know how you feel about what I'm saying. So even if you can't stay the whole time, just let me know. Just comment. If you want to come up, I'm definitely doing a panel. I just want to do this right now so that I can get it out. So according I'm nervous a little bit. According to data from the United Health Foundation in 2019, the maternal mortality rate in D.C., Washington, D.C., was 35.6% per 100,000 live births. That's compared to the national rate of 29.6%. The rate of black women is significantly higher, 71%. Deaths per 100,000 births compared to 63.8 nationally. I say that because I lost my daughter in 2018. And even though those stats were from 2019, that means something to me. Because at the end of the day, it's a reason why this is happening in my city. And I can no longer be quiet about it. So I want to start from, I had my baby. I lost my daughter April 11th, 2018. I was almost 9 months pregnant when I lost her, and to this day I still don't know why. To this day, there's no doctor can tell me what was the reason for her loss, what was the reason, or could tell me what happened. So like I said before, I live in Washington, D.C. That's the nation's capital of the United States. And as a black woman, there is a stigma on us, especially when you're underprivileged and you're not the top tier in the city. They don't care. They don't listen. So when I did my interview with DCS, the questions that the lady asked me was the realest questions I've ever had to ask myself. But I wasn't prepared for the questions that she asked me because she didn't give me the questions ahead of time. I just had to know the answers. So, like I said, I lost my daughter in 2018. And how it went was I was having complications of pain throughout my pregnancy. I'm a plus size woman, So the doctors just was there saying that it's round ligament pains, and what you were feeling is normal. I never had, I don't have diabetes. I don't have hypertension. I had none of those things. I'm just obese. I did suffer from depression in the beginning of my pregnancy, but I had an organization called Mama Toto that helped me out of that situation. They lift my spirits so high. I was so prepared to be a single mom. And never in my life I've ever been prepared to be a single mother. I'm telling you. Who prepares for that? But I was. I was prepared to be a single mother. They helped me get there. So after I got out of there, and I never missed a doctor's appointment, never missed a test. And I want to put emphasis on that test, because whenever you're pregnant, they do genetic testing to see if your baby has deformities, anything like that. They also do sonograms. They also check your baby's heart. So throughout my pregnancy, there was no indentation, no inkling that there was something wrong with my daughter. So I went throughout my pregnancy like everything was okay. Yes, I was in pain. I was never comfortable. And it could be that I was, at the time, 260 pounds. Hey, always Pisces. Yes, I was a big girl. So I chucked it up to being 26 years old, 27 years old, and being obese. So I took that pain into that. Having that pain on a frequent basis made me not want to be active. Walking was painful. Sitting was painful. Laying down was painful. But I had so much joy with being a mom. Feeling those kicks again. My oldest was 8 at the time. So the gap between having a child and having another one, it felt like it was brand new again. So having that conversation with my belly and talking to her. My baby's name is Mia Moore. I was so in love with that name, y'all. Mia Moore Elizabeth Cornegay. Mia Moore, I found her name out of a book that I loved. Mia Moore means my love. And she was. I always wanted a girl. So when I finally got one, I was so ecstatic. I was so happy. So I was preparing. And when I finally got out of that depression and I was on top of everything, I prepared so effortlessly. It was like it came to me. I was prepared to be a single mom. I was prepared for everything. So when the last time I went to the doctor before I lost her was Easter. I sent my son to my sister. She dealt with the Easter situation. I was so blessed to have her because I couldn't handle it at the time because, again, I was still in pain. I never had Braxton Hicks with my son, so maybe it was that. But again, they kept saying it was round ligament pains. So I went to George Washington Medical Center, emergency room. I was there for over 6 hours. They did a sonogram for hours, checking the baby, making sure she was okay, like everything. So for you to do a sonogram for hours, Easter was the beginning of April or maybe the end of March that year. And they told me everything was okay. They saw nothing wrong. The baby was okay. She was kicking my ass. She was okay. So they released me and told me, this light do not like me, y'all. So sorry. Yeah, she was kicking my ass, but I still was happy that she was there. I was due in May. So it was the beginning of April. So I had 3 more weeks before my due date. So that weekend I went to a family member's baby shower. Everything was cool. She was still kicking then. dancing, having a good time. I never did anything extraneous. So that night, we still had another conversation. I was like, girl, we're going to go see the monuments. Something I never really did because I dealt with a lot of stuff. I lived in the city my whole life and never really seen the attractions that people come to see. So I made those plans with her and my son. We were going to see it all. We were going to see it all. So when I'm not letting people up just yet. I'll let you up when I finish talking. So after at that night, after the party, I had a good time. That was that Saturday. That Sunday, I really didn't feel any movement. Now, I had a doula, an awesome doula. When I say this program called Mama Toto in my city, I had 3 women that uplifted me out of depression. They smothered me with so much love. I was able to love myself and love my kids effortlessly again. Because when I found out I was pregnant and I told her father, he put me in a depression that was so low. I was in bed for months and my son had to feed me. I was that low. I was so low, the only thing I could do was go to the bathroom. But that company, they gave me so much love, and they gave me community, and they gave me everything that I needed to better me and my son. They gave me the confidence you see now. They gave me that. They gave me all of that, and they built me back up. So having them got me back to where I was ready to be a single mom again. So when I was having the pains, but I wasn't feeling her move, I didn't jump to it because I hate going to the emergency room because I'm always there for hours and they tell me everything is okay. I had an appointment that Tuesday, so I said I'm just going to go to the doctor's that Tuesday. I don't know how you guys feel about the emergency room, but in my city, the emergency room is retarded. Like, even when you're pregnant, you're there for hours and there's still no... You're not getting the answers that you want. You know what I'm saying? So it gets frustrating. So you just don't go. So after all that time, I went out to eat with my sister-in-law at the time, and I still didn't feel the movements. I was eating, and usually eating gets my baby kicking. That girl, the light is not for me today, y'all. I'm telling you, the light is not for me today. So she was kicking. We went to Red Lobster. This was my first time going to Red Lobster. Thank you so much, Nate. Thank you for the love, baby. We went to Red Lobster. I had Red Lobster for the first time, y'all. I was in my fat girl dancing, so excited. But I was talking to her, and maybe my thinking of her not moving was because I was big, you know? And we were 3 weeks away from being due, so babies don't have that much wriggle room. So I was like, okay, we're going to wait until the doctor's on Tuesday. The test that they did, I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's when you go to check on the baby's heart once a week at the end of it. So I think once or twice a week. And if you're a mom, you probably know what I'm talking about. So that Tuesday, my older son father came, and he came home from work tired and everything like that. And I was like, hey, I'm about to go to, and it's crazy. This man came and he was going to take care of my daughter, but I'm going to stick on my story. So he came and I went to my doctor's appointment. So I'm going to put y'all in the picture of what I was in. I'm going to this appointment by myself. I had no worries. I had a little concerns. Not just yet, baby. I'm going to beam you up once I finish, and then we're going to talk. I was at the doctor's appointments by myself. Mind you, I'm at the prestigious Georgetown Washington Hospital Center in D.C. Mind you, they are one of the best hospitals in my city. So I felt like I was good. So when I went to the doctors, everything was fine. And I sat in the waiting room. Again, I'm alone. I had nobody with me. So when I went in there for the sonogram to check on the baby's heart and everything like that, to make sure she's okay. Because remember, I said at the beginning, they told me when they did that hour-long sonogram, she was okay. This is 4 days later. We go in the room. The tech, I didn't see a doctor, the tech doing the sonogram, she is dead silent. As silent as it is in my house right now, she was silent. I was getting nervous. I silently was praying, hoping, like, this bitch better come on with it. What's going on? That's how I was thinking in my head, but I was quiet. The tech got up. I said, what's going on? She said, I'm about to go get the doctor. She said, I'm going to go get the doctor. As soon as she go out the doctor, I'm in panic mode. I'm in panic mode because this bitch ain't tell me nothing. So obviously, you know, when they don't tell you nothing, it's a problem. And I was scared shitless. And I'm alone. So when they came back, and there was a lot of doctors that came back. And the doctor did the sonogram this time. And this time, my heart is out of my chest. And I ain't had nobody hand to hold. And I ain't had nobody to look at for reassurance. I was alone. And they looked at me. And they gave me the medical term. And they said, Miss Lowe, your daughter is, she's no longer here. I said, huh? She said, yeah. She said, it's a fetal demise. Y'all ever seen the movies? And they do. I swear I was being punked. I had never in my life seen no shit like this happen. Not to me. My world, everything was good. Even though I've been through some shit, my world was good. They said, yeah, there's no heartbeat. I said, how is there no heartbeat when my baby is almost 9 months and there was just a heartbeat 4 days ago? They said, yeah, there's no heartbeat. I'm gonna let you up. We gonna talk. There's no heartbeat. So they stopped talking after that. And then I said, so what now? They said, you're gonna have to deliver. I said, what? I gotta deliver. Why I gotta deliver? Why I gotta deliver? like she's not here no more. Why I gotta deliver? Like, honestly, when it came to me, I honestly wish the baby just magically disappeared, but that's not real life. So I said, okay, I gotta deliver. How is this gonna happen? Now this is the kicker, y'all. I don't think, some people, let me explain. The MFA where I was to get my test is 2 blocks from the emergency room. They told me I had to go to the emergency room and go deliver the baby. So I said, how that's gonna work? Oh, you gotta go walk down there. I gotta do what? I gotta do what? I gotta do what? Mind you, I'm alone. So at this point, I didn't start crying. I'm in period shock, unbelief. Like, at this point, I had this baby. I was so happy, y'all. Like, I had the girl always wanted me a more baby. My baby name was so pretty. And I had her clothes laid out. I had her bassinet, everything. Man, I had a whole closet full of shit just for her. Dedicated just for her. And they told me I had to go walk 2 blocks to the emergency room. So I called her father. No answer. So I called my doula. She answered. That blessing. She answered. She said, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. I'll be there as soon as I can. I called my older sister, and she said she can't come. So I walked. And that was the numbest, blindest walk I've ever made. I don't think I've seen anything. I walked those 2 blocks and I had to cross 2 major streets. 2 major streets. One of them big enough to almost be a highway. And when I get to the emergency room, my expectations, because you told me that I can go, you told me to go. You're connected. You're both George Washington Hospital. So when I get there, I say, hey, I'm here to have the baby. They said, why are you here? So you're telling me I got to explain myself again. So I gave them the clinical term. And I was very low. I said, I have a fetal demise. The medical staff looked at me like, huh? So you don't know medical terminology? You don't know medical terminology? I said, bitch, my baby dead. And they rushed me upstairs. I was pissed. Where's the communication? Where's the compassion? Where's the fuck? You a fucking hospital, y'all. Like, this was at 11 a.m. when this happened. They didn't induce me until 5 p.m. So I sat there in a hospital bed with my baby dead inside of me. I checked out. Her father showed up to the hospital drunk as a fucking skunk. Bruh. I'm saying this whole thing to tell y'all how they treat us. Because if I was something more than what I am, and I'm going to put it that way, baby, I would have got wheelchaired. I would have got a ambulance. I would have got at least a motherfucking personal assistant to walk me down the fucking block. No. They told my black ass to walk down the street where I could have got killed himself. Excuse my language. Please don't ban me. That's what they did for me. And then they had me wait 5 hours because they wanted me to have a C-section, and I refused. Why would I get a C-section when I can't keep my baby? Why would I go through that hard, that pain? Why would I go through that when I can't take home my baby? I did it before. My baby 12 years old. Oh, I keep that battle scar. I'm going to keep that one. Why would I have that battle scar if I can't come home with my baby? I'm going to bring it back to joy. I'm going to bring it back to joy. I did this, and this is my story, y'all. I did this because it's some wrong shit that's happening in my city. But that interview that I did last week made me think about my daughter, and even though it gave me tears, it made me smile, y'all. And my smile is finally back after 2 years. It made me smile because I love my daughter. And just thinking of her bring these cheeks right here. When I tell y'all about these cheeks got to stay here. Okay? These cheeks got to stay here. So, how y'all like my story? Benny, whoever want to come up, come up.
Come on, man. You know better than that. What the hell you doing all that for?
That's my story, baby.
That's what she came over here for.
That's my story, baby.
She ain't come over here to get no coins. She ain't come over here to get no motherfucking money. She saw Woo the Great, but she came over here to tell her story. She ain't come over here to get no coins. Nigga, ban me. Yeah. Nigga, ban my account today.
Who banned your account?
We ain't here for that.
Cassie and them hoes, but we ain't here for that.
We ain't here for that.
She here to tell her motherfucking story.
I want y'all opinion on how I told my story.
You tell your story how the fuck you came on this bitch to tell your story, and fuck whoever came on this bitch to tell you other difference. Because OG motherfucking Sawu the Great got your back, aka King Muslim in this bitch.
King, I want my cheeks to stay here. I'm gonna drop your ass down.
Tell your shit, baby.
I'm telling you.
That's what you came here for. Tell your shit. Don't let nobody tell you.
Hold up, man.
Tell your shit.
Hold up. Did I miss something, motherfucker? What you mean your shit got banned?
Yeah, motherfucker banned my shit today. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna come to my panel and talk about that. Right now, it's all about motherfucking fuck you mean, Kisha, LBL. Bitch, I'm bipolar in this hoe. And I got that motherfucking bottle for my girl. Turn the fuck up. She came in this bitch to tell her story. So if you motherfuckers ain't listening, get the fuck around from her. You heard me?
Nigga, you ain't LBL.
I told you. I don't give a fuck about none of that, nigga.
Nigga, you
I
ain't
come in
LBL.
this bitch to support Kisha.
You ain't LBL, nigga.
You feel me? Fuck LBL, nigga. I came in this bitch to
King,
support Kisha.
King, I'm gonna drop you down. Don't do that.
It's alright. I came here to support you.
Don't
If
do
you
that.
drop me down that I can't support you.
No, it's the, remember how I said it. It's the aggression. I'm not here for aggression.
Right, like I said.
I'm not here for aggression.
I ain't trying to be aggressive, but I'm letting motherfuckers know why you came. You told me personally, like, King, this is why I came to this app. So I'm going to let motherfuckers be known. This is why she came to the app. She didn't come for no coins. She ain't come for no friends. She came to tell her story.
All right, y'all. Okay.
And for us to bless her.
All right, I'm going to meet you. Now, this part was not for that. Thank you, baby. This part is because I want y'all opinion. I didn't. That's too much aggression for me. When I just was too vulnerable. A little too vulnerable for that aggression.
Thanks, bro.
Pisces, Nina, Queen, King. I'm happy y'all here.
Mute everybody and do one about at a time. I'm mute one at a time and let them talk.
All right. I shouldn't even have to do that, but.
No, better not be me.
Right.
I just want first my questions. I did this because I want to know how y'all receive the story.
Alright, let's get back on there.